And we have audio. Hey, what's up, Emerald Coast?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up,
Hey,
Emerald
welcome.
Coast?
It's May.
It's
May
Friday.
8th. It's Friday. May
RJ,
8th.
we made it through another week.
Another week.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect week.
I don't know about a perfect week, man. That's a tough. It might have been. Yeah, it was far from perfect. It was a tough week in the Emerald Coast.
Lots of things happened. Yeah.
Tough way to end the week, and we're gonna talk about. We can cut right into it right now. It is the headline of the paper.
Yeah. I mean,
and
this
as much as we were
huge.
we were kind of joking about a fire on Wednesday being over on.
Yeah.
In the Milton area, the swamp fire, but yesterday to have a 575 acres and 33 structures burned.
It was a terrible, terrible thing.
Yeah. So that's,
and so actually, it reminds me, I would really like to find a way that we can possibly find a way to get our viewers out there to help.
yes.
So if you know of any funds that are being provided or set up, any GoFundMe or something like that, to help out some of the residents that have lost their homes, stuff like that, post it
Right here.
on our page. So speaking of which,
Just so everybody knows, though, that might not be from the OKALOOSA County area. Walton County is where the fire happened yesterday out there. What you would know is 30A, out just past Sandestin. Somebody was doing an illegal burn of their trash on a day you're not supposed to, and it was a bit windy. I mean, it was really windy, and it came out of the north. And before you know it, I believe it went right down one of the streets, took out an entire neighborhood, jumped 98.
Street.
Onto the 38 side, 575 acres, 33 homes, structures, but gratefully, nobody hurt.
Nobody hurt?
No deaths.
No deaths, no injuries.
No injuries.
Some scary moments.
Terrible for some families. So
Yes.
yes, if you have some, it'll happen. I've always said that this area is one of the most charitable, giving areas. You know, we're surrounded by the military, so
Totally
it's kind of
agree.
in our blood. We live at the beach, so we live in one of the prettiest places in the world, in the country for sure. And the people here have a big heart. And I would just say that if you have some causes out there that we need to promote, give it to me. I'm going to share it, of course, personally, on top of doing it on What's Up Emerald Coast.
I look forward to being able
Emerald
to do
Coast
that.
TV, all about it.
Hey,
This
speaking
is why
of
we're
which,
here.
let's do a shameless plug while we're
Shameless
at it.
plug. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've
Thanks,
got, of
Daily
course,
News, for that headline.
yeah, you're watching us live right now on the Emerald Coast TV Facebook page, but we're also going live on YouTube, Roku, and the Fire TV app on Amazon.
Are we on Fire TV too?
We are on that.
I didn't know that.
That is true. But also, we'd like to welcome you to go ahead and go to our page that we just set up, the What's Up Emerald Coast page, and like it and follow it, so that once we get enough subscribers on it, we should be able to go ahead and let other folks or stream directly live to it.
Our own channel?
Our own channel.
Our own show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Good.
And then, of course, a shameless plug for my guy over here. He's definitely a big, huge fan of CribeIsland.com.
That's where I was when I was watching the fire start, man. That kind of freaked me out that it turned into such a big deal. But yeah, well, thanyou you for CribeIsland.com sponsoring.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a special guest.
We're gonna go right
he's
to him?
on hold. You know what? He's a really important guy.
Well, he's
our first.
Say it.
Our first city official.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's brave.
Yeah.
Either that or he's crazy.
I'd like to go ahead and bring him in if that's okay with
That's
you.
all right with me, man.
So let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Jeff Peters. How you doing, Jeff? Yep.
Come on.
Where'd he go?
My tech guy, hold on, Jeff. My tech guy is new. He's really struggling. There, I think you found him there. You there, Jeff?
It's.
You know, we spent 20 minutes getting this ready. You know, this is where
Well, I'll tell you what, the side-by-side's working, so I'll bring him in that way.
There we go.
We had him up before, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Jeff,
But
are
hey,
you there?
and let's bring his audio up. And hey, how's it going then, Jeff?
Hey, good guys. Glad to be here.
Hey, I'm glad you can make it. Our Zoom kind of be going a little bit in and out, but yeah, well, it is what it is. So
That's right.
hey, one of the reasons I called you this morning because things are slowly kind of opening up, and I'm kind of curious on as far as the city, what the plan was on what was going to be open and in what order and stuff like that. Can you fill us in?
No pressure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're kind of like everybody. You know, we're trying to phase this thing back in and in the safest way possible. We're in phase 1 right now. We're trying to get all of our employees back to work, and we've steadily started opening. A lot with the county opening the beaches, opened up a little bit, and the restaurants, 25%. We're about the same. We're looking at at around phase 2, which hopefully be here in a week and a half or so, start opening up some of our facilities at a kind of a smaller capacity, but our parks are open, which, they actually stayed open the whole time. We kind of shut down some fields and things to prevent the large scale team and practices and things like that. But our playgrounds are starting to open up here the next week. We've had our walking trails are open. Our boat launches are open. Disc golf, our golf course has been really crowded the last couple of weeks. So we're easing into this thing like everybody else.
Hey, Jeff, if you're just a, pre-pandemic style, that's kind of the premise of the show is, there was life before this and there shall be life as we go on, and we're just making adjustments. But as a resident of Fort Walton Beach and driving around town for so long, you guys have made a lot of progress on a lot of new things. Give us a little bit of a brief on the last couple years, because I think what happens is you do all this work, it gets lost in our normalcy of life that we're going to the beach or we got football to watch or whatever. But you guys have put in a lot of hard work. The city has invested a lot of money. I'm not trying to blow some smoke up your butt here, but I just wanted you to take the time to tell the community what's out there, because I see it, I'm really proud of it, and I want you to be able to say it. Tell us what you've done the last couple of years. Now that we're going back out there and we're clamoring for green space, what do we got?
Yeah, we're real proud of what we've done. In the last, even date back a few years before that, we opened up the big athletic complex, which is really brings in a lot of tourists, not only just to come to the beach, but to play ball and then go to the beach and eat in the restaurants. From that point on, we got a big landing project, the downtown landing, coming up here. Hopefully within the next year, we'll have an amphitheater in there, redoing the whole park. The big public works field office there on Hollywood's a real shaping up the front corner of Hollywood and Beale for all of our service workers and public works groups. But just in general, I think our facilities are in first class shape, and partnering with the county and everything like that. I think this is just a great area to come.
So going forward, and I appreciate you saying that, because I like to see progress. I've been in the restaurant business a little bit, and I always enjoy seeing the community, the local government, actually do the work. Something's connecting up there, RJ.
Yeah, we're having some internet connectivity issues.
So I always enjoy when I
out.
see my local municipality really invest in the community, so people like myself can really thrive around that. So one, it's kind of I commend you and the people prior to you having the forethought to make this happen. We were talking yesterday about the city making the property available to possibly have a Dairy Queen and stuff like that. I really like to see that happen. But going forward and dealing with the pandemic life here, what is the next tournament? Everybody wants to know when it's going to happen. I'm familiar with a lot of those tournaments. We were joking pre-show about a couple of characters we know that are really involved. So give us a timeline, what you expect. We're not going to hold you to it, but we just wanted the people out there to get some hope is what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk weekly with those guys. The USSSA baseball and softball is a big group that comes in here each year. We did talk a little bit earlier about the Kentucky week. That kind of came and gone in the middle. That's kind of, late March, early April. But the big tournaments that we have in the summer, we're still planning on having them. USSSA and those organizations are coming up with some safety precautions, of their own, as far as, maybe when the teams play, they don't wait around for the next game. They go out maybe onto the soccer field and space out a little bit. But, those are starting in the middle of June. June 16th is our first one, really big World Series event, where they use all of our fields. But they're probably, 80, 90 teams coming that first week, and about the same the second week. And we've got probably another 200 teams coming in July for softball. So we're really excited about kicking that back up and really helping the community out.
I will say that the facilities out there, all the fields that you have, it's really top notch. It's really, I can see why people are coming down to our area, not only to enjoy it, But because you guys did such a great job putting all those fields together and the concessions and everything else and the parking, it's just, if you haven't had a chance to go down there yet, it's really, you should check it out.
This is why I pointed out made the comments to him about what he's done, because if you're paying attention, what's happening on all around us, the sports, travel sports is a huge industry. And so as Panama City's built facilities, Gulf Shores has a national type of facility that Fort Walton really had to step up and make something happen to keep those teams here playing. And that's what we were talking about here. And having 200 teams come play softball, that's a couple thousand people just to play, plus the families and the kids that come with them. So, hats off to you. That's a great thing. So, and they are nice fields. I want to ask you a question, Jeff. I know you're a sports fan as well, so I'm gonna, and I know you got to work with the officials that are bringing the events here. And RJ and I were kind of debating this, when sports open up, and I posed the question: well, is Jeff going to host a tournament if Major League Baseball is not being played? And and just to compare it, I'm not trying to pick on you, but it's a legitimate question of, we got to work it out. And we narrowed it. We solved your problem here. We know, and you already answered it. The kids can space out on the other fields. The parents space out around the field. There's always room around the outfield. I have one specific question. What do we do about the dugout?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, when they say 10 or less and the social distance and everything like that, we've got some areas out there, and it's a 20-acre complex. We've got some areas out there. If that is a concern for the families and the kids playing, we definitely can space those out down the fence line, and the kids could come in the gate when they bat. Of course, when they're in the field, they're obviously spaced out as well. So there's a lot of things that we can do as we get a little bit closer. A little bit different than Major League Baseball's got 60,000 people in a stadium. We're not obviously going to be that big, but there's some things we can do to make it safe.
Right.
So
are there any concerns as a sports fan about on the field? I'm not suggesting that every time we turn to double play, there's got to be a bottle of sanitizer at second base, but I am concerned about, kids, they're young and robust in dealing with this, but can you picture it where we might say, when they're waiting in the dugout, they might be waiting in the bleachers behind that dugout, kind of spread out. Is that a possibility as we go forward? To make this happen sooner than later.
Yeah, we're in this together. So we'll do whatever we need to do to make it as safe as possible. And if it's spacing kids outside down the fence lines when they're coming in to hit or anything like that, I mean, we're going to do anything. And the tournament host, the USSSA people and the coaches and the parents, they all want the same thing. So, yeah, I think we're going to obviously do whatever we can to make it as good as possible and as safe as possible.
Excellent.
So I also understand with the city that most things are opened up in the county for the most part. Does the city manage any of the boat ramps? Because I understand the boat ramps are kind of not available right now. Now the city is separate from the county. How are you handling the boat ramps, or is that another department?
Yeah, yes, the boat ramps are in the recreation department. We've got the ones at Liza Jackson Park, and that's been open the entire time. We've got one over there at Walk Edge off of Brook Street, which is open, and a couple of different smaller ones there at Garner's Beach, kind of for jet skis and things, wave runners. But ours have been open the whole time.
Okay, and something else that most people don't know about. I've got a surprise for you.
I didn't do this.
Jeff's daughter, Brooklyn Peters, actually performed her talent of You Can't Stop the Beat, I think, from Hairspray. What did she do?
That's right.
She did this for the Distinguished Young Women competition for the state of Florida back in February.
Oh, wow.
Not only did she perform such a great job, she was also announced
And your new
the
Distinguished
winner
Young Women of Florida for 2020 is number 7, Brooklyn
Woman
Peters!
of Florida
How about
for
that?
2020. And
That's awesome. Congratulations, Dad.
Yeah, and it's her birthday today too. So
Wow, happy birthday to Brooklyn. That's fantastic.
that is true.
That's awesome. Look at that grin. That's the grin you pay for right there.
There you go, right
That's
there.
the smile you pay
That's
for.
proud. And I know they have the Mobile. The competition is now going to go kind of virtual as well because it's not typically the first week of June. So I've been asked by Carol Bird, who runs the state program, see if I can help your daughter out there to get her.
Well,
her
she's
pieces
socially
out
distanced
there.
on that stage, so that's I think she can go on and do great things. That's fantastic. So
Right.
Well, I really
looking forward.
think that you came on board on such a short notice and fill us in with what's going on in the city. Any last things?
Jeff, just thanks for being here, man. Again, I'll just say that I'm a fan when I see the people that raise their hand and take on municipality work and actually make it happen.
Yeah.
You got a lot to deal with. You got a lot of opinions, and you got to deal with a lot of concerns out of people. And I commend you, man. You do a really good job of it. There's a lot of talented people that work around you, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, Chris. I've always been a big fan of yours and enjoyed coming to see you there at Hellenbeck and everything too. So good luck to you too, buddy.
We'll do it again soon. I'll be feeding your baseball teams very soon. Trust me.
Yes.
There
absolutely.
you go. I like it.
All right, take care there, sir.
All right, that was Jeff. How about that? So I'm looking forward to some sports. So just so you know, as we transition out of sports there, the big highlight to watch on TV is going to be, did you read it in the paper today?
No.
So Tiger Woods, Peyton Manning, taking on Brady and Phil Mickelson.
Golf.
And a round of golf.
A round of golf.
Yes.
Which is naturally
Socially distanced. Just don't touch the flag stick. So, well, let's go back to the beginning of the show. You did our shameless plugs, and we got some days on the calendar today.
We do have some days on the calendar.
Uh-oh. I have not seen these.
You have not seen them. All right, so today is actually
I get to rule them out if they're terrible.
National Coconut
down.
Cream Pie Day.
I'm not even a fan of that pie, but I like the day.
I love it.
I could eat that. I will eat that. It's not my favorite, is what I'm saying, but definitely I'm down with the coconut cream pie day.
Okay, well, and as well as the Have a Coke Day.
That's definitely some seriously good marketing by Coca-Cola. Good job, Atlanta.
But as far as a shameless plug, I will promote Jeff Ring down at the Buccaneer Gift Shop. That's the gift shop in downtown.
Okay, fair enough. Now
That
we'll
has
promote his show.
That has all the
Or his store.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
memorabilia. If you not have been there before,
I'm pointing at it because it's back
'cause
here.
we're in downtown Fort Walton. It's actually probably in that direction.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a great store for memorabilia. I'm a memorabilia fan, but I don't know about National Coca-Cola Day. But go ahead.
Well, we had National the Appreciation Day for the children, but now today is actually for.
It's National. It's VE Day.
It's that is true
Historically, and it's Military Spouse Appreciation Day. And let me tell you something. I had the pleasure of being an honorary commander multiple times, and it was probably, as a bar owner, one of the most amazing opportunities that I was afforded. And
So what does a honorary commander do?
well, you get to be embedded with a local squadron or task at the base for a period of time, and you get some privileges to go to and from the base. But the best part is you get to be kind of embedded with the teams. You get to know the families. So when it's National Military Spouse Appreciation Day, there is nothing more emotional, more amazing. Listen, and I'll just say it this way: the good things are really good. Let me do it backwards here. The tragedies are tough, and I experienced it as a non-military person. I cannot even relate to the emotion and the effect it has on families, the sacrifice they give our country, and I commend them for it. But I'll counter it with the good things that happen. I've stood on tarmacs and watched men and women come back off the plane and give a hug to their spouse and their kids. I've got to hang out as people have gotten awards and their spouses have gotten awards with it. Commanders have moved on to the next level, and their spouse usually gets all the credit because the spouse runs the family.
And then that was the case for myself as well, because I am a 20-year retired Air Force guy, and while I was away in Korea, my spouse took care of everything.
I'm a big fan of management structure, and when men and women are doing their job to defend our country, it's an amazing thing to watch their partner manage that household, because they have to do it with a lot of uncertainty. Where are we next? What do we do with the kids? When I hear kids that have been to a dozen schools in their time frame in school, it's an amazing thing. So if anything, that is probably to me.
This is probably the most appropriate for this area,
and
for
it's
sure.
Out of all the ones we've done so far, that's number one to me.
That's good. Well, and then also today,
it's gonna be a letdown, whatever this one is.
Yes and no, because it's the National Child Care Provider.
It goes right
Day.
into it. That's a good segue.
Kind of goes right into it.
There you go.
So it kind of all works out.
So everything. You know what? So out of all those, give the spouses and the child care providers this piece of coconut pie And a Coca-Cola.
And a Coca-Cola. And
I'm
it's a
down
great
with
day.
that.
Well, and then also we want to go ahead and thank our sponsor. Thank
Moss
you,
Coffee.
Moss Coffee.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, and then
This is good stuff.
and a thank you recognition to Daily News, because this is where we kind of get our feel for where we're going to
Right.
go for
That's
the
why
day
we're
for the
this
show
is
and all
pandemic
that.
life carrying on as we get it back together. The beach is open. I'll see everybody out at Crab Island this weekend. Make sure, let's set an example out there, socially distancing out there in your boat, because I'm telling you,
Have fun and be safe. For
an
sure.
aerial photo will happen where people are going to start saying, well, they're not doing it there. So I just implore everybody, be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might not matter as much to you, but people are watching us, and we're the prettiest place to come, and we want everybody to come back. Be patient. To all my friends out there, stay rational. Stay rational, my friends.
Stay safe and enjoy our beautiful area. And that's it for today.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time.